Hi everyone, welcome to my week 3 multimedia discussion, Theory of Organization. We will be discussing about Herbert A. Simon. In this presentation, we are first going to review a summary of the theory, and then we are going to be reviewing some strengths and weaknesses that I did find in the theory, and finally, I'll be applying the theory to a real-world situation. Simon was known to be a founding theorist for decision-making. He built his work around Bernard's theory. Simon's theory is named bounded rationality, since it's making the most optimal choice. When making a decision, the first step is intelligence. This is where you think of what is needed and understand what you expect to choose. The second step is to design, by deciding on the criteria to make your choice. The third step is choice, by reviewing all options and choosing the most optimal decision. When choosing the most optimal, Simon calls it statifying, since it's a good and efficient choice. One of Simon's strengths was that he was able to pick apart the four common principles that he saw in public administration theories. He was able to demonstrate that these theories don't always make sense and don't always have to show, or that they don't show scientific validity. Um, Another example of Simon's strengths was that him being able to build on the theories, even though he did find what was contradictory upon the principles. Even though he didn't agree with them, he was still able to build his theory around that. A weakness for me was Simon's term of the satisfying. Simon just wanted the most optimal solution or choice since it was the most efficient way, which makes sense because you're not trying to waste time by making a decision or a choice. You're trying to be efficient and doing it as fast as possible, but yet that's something that actually works for you. I just don't agree with that because I do believe that you can spend more time on something. Yeah, it's not as fast, but at least you're putting more effort into it, and therefore it's gonna help you in the long run because you are putting more time into deciding what's the best solution, what is the best choice. So I feel like putting more effort and more work into it is just as optimal as him, I guess, choosing something that's a lesser time and that's just, I guess, basically what he's saying. Satisfying is just the satisfaction of it. As the COVID-19 outbreak escalated, companies needed to act fast to protect their employees. Depending on the function of the job, people were either laid off, worked from home, or continued to work at their employment. The Department of Public Social Services has up to 4,000 employees and needed to make a swift decision to ensure the safety of workers who provide an essential service to the community, especially in the time of need. First, the company needed to analyze and understand what is going on with COVID-19 and what can they do. Second, the company reviewed its options and learned how they could protect their employees and prevent the spread of infection within the office. Because if there was a spread of infection in the office, that would just disrupt services for hundreds or even thousands of people within the community, and that would be very devastating since there is a highly desired need for public services right now. And third, the company made a decision to have 75% of their workers work from home within a week. This was the most optimal decision that the company did in a short notice. For them, this was just what Simon would term a statifying decision because even though there's so many problems of like maybe people working from home, they have family, they have computer issues, they have internet issues. Their decision was just to have people work from home, either using personal equipment or even using the company's equipment. It was just the best and the quickest decision to have people separated from each other to prevent the spread of infection within an office. That is the end of the presentation. Thank you very much for listening.